Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Gypsy Rose, Life After Prison, Life After Lockup. Yeah, this is a. I thought this was a docu-series, but it is a Lifetime reality series. And yeah, if you've seen my stuff before, all 12 of you, I hate reality TV shows. Especially when it deals with something so serious as someone who had grown up abused, and as a result, took part in having their abuser, and then going to prison for it. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, right here, she grew up being abused by her mother, who convinced her that she was sick. She had cancer or some sort of disease. She shaved her child's head. She put her in a wheelchair. Sort of, I imagine she did other things. They kind of gave a really quick overview. This is, by the way, this is a series. It's one season. It's from 2024. It's 8 episodes, and each of the episodes are about 41 minutes long each. So this is all about her getting out of prison. The first moments of her life outside of prison. But let me go back. Her mom did all sorts of things to make her child, Gypsy, feel as if she was sick. And she used it in order to get attention for herself, the mother, to get attention. To meet celebrities who are like, oh, my poor daughter is dying. She's so sick and she just loves your movies or your music or whatever. And among other things, just get attention, money, all sorts of things. Yeah, that's pretty dang horrible. And Gypsy got a boyfriend at one point who was like, oh man, I wish I could take care of that for you. And he did. And because she was an accomplice in this, she went to prison for 10 years. Although she got out early, 8.5 for good behavior or just early release. And apparently she was a celebrity because of all this. I had no idea. I do not. One of the things that they do in this is every once in a while to break things up from, and I guess pad things for this series, is to cut away to what appears to be a bunch of fake TikTok accounts that are just sort of explaining what's going on. Maybe some of them are real, but just a lot of them seem just very fake looking. Just sort of to not to recap, but to sort of set the stage for what's happening in her life and how the social media was reacting because of this celebrity. And yeah, she's a girl who went to prison for killing her mom after being abused. I guess that makes you a celebrity. Nothing against her. Nothing against her. It just this seems familiar when you get out of prison and it's being filmed. And oh, by the way, your husband picks you up. She is like 32 or something when she's getting out of prison. I don't know how the math goes, but I don't know how old she was when it happened, but apparently 8.5 years, whatever the math is. She had plenty of boyfriends when she was in prison, and they never seemed to work out because they just wanted to be with the girl who was the person they saw on social media and in the news and stuff. Again, I had no idea any of this was happening, even in the last decade. By the way, this is so recent that Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce, who are now engaged. But they're and she wants to go to a game and hoping to meet Taylor Swift. It feels like she's repeating, like she's getting the same desires her mother had for her because she got so used to just meeting famous people because of the celebrity that was created by her mother. Well, not celebrity necessarily. She was just a poor sick kid when she really wasn't. And now she is a celebrity thanks to social media, going gaga over her life in and out of prison. She's hoping that maybe, doesn't mean Taylor's going to be there, but maybe she'll go and see a game. Uh, yeah. So what we get here is cameras following her around, officially, like permission, following her around, capturing other people with cameras following her around without permission. She literally gets out of prison. Her husband picks her up because he saw the real version of her that she appreciated, and they connected. And he's still he's close with her family. By the way, I guess her parents got divorced at one point, and her dad never checked in on her, and so he never really understood what was going on until it was too late. And now he's part of everything. He's remarried. He has a daughter, Gypsy's half sister, Mia, and they're part of the cast, they're part of the characters we see in this. And again, I keep calling them characters in the cast because just as reality shows, I don't doubt that they're real. This is not a situation where, yes, the Kardashians are real too, but the things that go on with the Kardashians are like, oh, let's have some drama and yell at each other because we bought the same shoes for the same party or something. And, well, what's wrong with the pasta? I don't know. Mom's got a new boyfriend. Kim's butt is not big enough. Like, all that kind of stuff is just inane garbage that I hate so much. So, seriously, if I ever extend this series to include Hulu stuff once the apps merge, I think I'm going to create a taboo where I'm just like, no reality shows. But I'm doing everything that's on Disney Plus for now. So anyway, this whole situation follows her when she's grown out of her shoes. She gained a little bit of weight in prison, but she seemed to be well taken care of. She seems to be all right. Her husband picks her up, and they stop at a motel, and he can't stop telling her how he's gonna love on her. There's a cameraman who's filming all of this. It's not just like a drone floating in the room. There's one who's filming this. And then second, somebody has to edit this later and just like, how many times are we gonna let him say, we're gonna cut it after he says it 50 times, right? Please. So we get him wanting to make the moves on her, and she's just like, I'm really tired and I want to kind of just rest and be in a private space where I'm not always around somebody, and let's just rest. Let me just, because of course, please, I was so glad they didn't shoot footage of them making out. That would have just weird. Like, a reality show or not, just let's cut that. Even if you filmed it, and that poor cameraman be like, I didn't know I'd be signing up for this. No, just don't do that. Eventually, the cameraman shoots a picture of the door, the outside the door, and then it cuts to black. So something could have happened overnight. Who cares? Good for them. Absolutely good for them. They deserve some joy now that she's free. But of course, she has to get new shoes. She's gained a little weight. She doesn't necessarily fitting anymore. So they just head to the store, and there's paparazzi waiting for them. Some guy just with a cell phone, some other people with long lens cameras, and cars following them around. In the meantime, this is just the first episode. I only watched the first episode. It's all the episodes I'm ever going to watch. You know why. And so eventually you also get to see the things where there's confusion between her parole officers, where there's rumors getting out that she wants to go to a game, but Kansas City Chiefs game. But she also wants to see her family in Missouri, but she needs to get to Louisiana because that's where she's going to live, and probably where the crime happened. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly which. But it's winter time, and they got to make their way across the country. the parole officers are saying, you can't do anything, get out of Missouri, and we got to make sure you check in with Louisiana, even though there's nobody there over the the January 1st vacation. It's a whole lot of craziness, and she breaks down, understandably. Like, she's free, but she's not. I understand that parole officers, yeah, you gotta do your thing, but can she take a breath? I feel sympathy for her. But sometimes I keep wondering when it comes to reality shows, because I've been in reality shows in the background, not part of it, but I've seen them filmed, and I know usually none of them are real. And while, yes, this is a real person in a real situation, I just wish this wasn't exploited for ratings. This kind of situation, if I was getting out of prison, I would hope that it would never happen, but also hope that I would just not want to be seen by people after I leave and just live my life. I just want to live my life. But apparently that's not the case here. So if you're into reality shows and you want to see what happens when somebody has to try to live their life, reestablish their life with a family that doesn't necessarily completely connect with her new special prison husband, because they got married while she was still in prison. Or that just could be drama that's created out of nowhere. They might really super like the guy and everything's perfectly cool, but behind his back, we're not sure if he's the one. Yeah. So they also see them questioning whether she's got the right motives about certain things, especially about trying to go meet Taylor Swift. Again, reality shows are mostly fake. And even when the situations and the people involved in them are real, these kind of things just annoy me. So that's just my opinion. Maybe you love reality shows. Maybe you love Gypsy Rose. Maybe you love the fact that she's overcame and she took things into her boyfriend took it into his own hands in order to get out of the life she was forced into, which was horrible. Munchausen syndrome by proxy, that's what they call it. It's another more modern term I was looking up when I saw them talking about it, just so I could better understand what was going on. But yeah, you'd have to pay me to finish watching more reality shows like this. I honestly, if she's all right, I want nothing better. I want nothing more than for her to have a happy, safe, sane life away from any kind of troubles, her husband, her family, however it works out, without reality show cameras around. That kind of stuff isn't needed. So, but hey, if you want to watch it, it's here on Disney Plus. It's a Lifetime reality show. Yeah, it once appeared on Lifetime. It's a Lifetime reality show. Disney Plus, stop putting reality shows. I know some people love them and watch them, but please stop. There's one more, by the way, one more Gypsy Rose, which might be a documentary about her situation. I don't know. There is a docu-series. And there's like 2 other things on Hulu, which you can't get to if you don't have Hulu. So if you want all the Gypsy Rose stuff, get that Hulu Disney Plus bundle. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 72. Oh, I think I know what this is. I was actually looking up this stuff, and it is... Oh, this is a short. Man, this makes things so much easier for me when they're shorts, and it's a classic that I've already seen. So yeah, this is one of the last shorts. Back when Marvel was still first starting out, they would not just have, they didn't pioneer it, but they really made use of the after credit sequence, but they also started putting in shorts that tied into the main movie that you had watched and bought on Blu-ray. And this one happens to relate to Iron Man 3. This is a Marvel one-shot, All Hail the King. Yeah, we know who that's all about. That's the Mandarin who's not the Mandarin. This is kind of the epilogue to all that. So, and also it was a pretext to the Shang-Chi, which it fits somewhere between there. So Marvel One Shot, All Hail the King, starring Ben Kingsley, is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.